I love the Kalinago territory, I love the Kalinago people, and I really embrace my culture.
How the hell do we expect to survive as a communal society in a capitalist system?
We need to teach that history that have not been taught.
Hello. Welcome, one and all. Hello. The bell has rung. Listen, I'm so sorry. I apologize for the late start. We're supposed to have started since it's 7 p.m. But let me tell you something. Being in 767, I'm going to be real with you. Being in 767, it seems like time just flies. Like, especially when you're doing things. And like oftentimes you run out of time and you're like, oh my God, like where did the time go? And then you try to log in and then you have technical difficulties. Like, it's been a mess. Yesterday we were supposed to have a show and that didn't happen, and all kinds of things were happening, technical issues, all sorts of stuff. But we promise to bring you last evening's show will come in our next season. So tonight is actually the season finale of Jael Joseph Live. Yes, because girlfriend gotta take some time off. So I'm taking off for the month of July and into August. And then towards the end of August, we'll be starting back with a new season, hopefully new branding, new vibes, new everything, new guests. But this is our final show for the summer. I like to say for the summer because summer is started already, right? Yes, girl. Somebody's telling me they love my makeup. Somebody sent me a message saying they love my makeup. This is like all day. I've had this on all day, and I know people are gonna ask me, so I'm just gonna let the cat out of the bag. Okay, so I'm wearing lashes, and I like to wear lashes when I have shoots, when I am doing videos, like recording videos and stuff. So I tend to wear lashes. These are old lashes. I'm not gonna lie. I've had these. This is probably the 6th time I'm wearing them, and they're starting to look like funky, but you know, I reuse my lashes as much as I can. These are actually mink ones, so you can use them a few times. But I tried out the last 2 days. I've been using 2 products because it is very hot here and I cannot tolerate my makeup melting. And imagine I shot outside today and look at my makeup, like it stayed on, and I want to tell you guys about that because I feel like you should get it. So first of all, I'm a sweaty person. I'm always hot, so I always feel like I'm melting. And I started using during the summertime this product, which is the Maybelline tinted moisturizer. I have a video coming out about it, so I'm going to be talking a little bit more about this. But it is the Fit Me tinted moisturizer. My own is shade 355. It's not actually my shade, but because I do get darker in the summertime, especially exposure to sun, I tend to have to go darker. Plus, my face is a little bit lighter than my neck, and I tend to want to match my neck, so I tend to go darker regardless. Okay, so I am wearing the 355, and girls and guys who love to wear makeup, listen, underneath my eye, I have the loose finishing powder by Maybelline Fit Me. This is heaven. I have the color 35, which is deep font, I guess, deep font. 35 loose powder. Lovely product. Love it. And look at how it stayed on. Like, I have not reapplied. I cross my heart, hope to die, stick on in my eye. I've not done any touch up except my lips throughout the day. And this is how it stayed. All you know, I use my Maybelline Featherette for my brows. If you follow me, you know that. So yes, so before I start, let me just let you guys know right off the bat that this is what I'm wearing. So anybody that comes and asks, we're sending them back to the beginning of the video, right? Welcome, guys. The bell has rung. We're getting ready to start. It is the season finale, and I have the most amazing guests coming on with me. The sixth form Sisserou singers are going to be joining me, and I am so excited to have them on the show. It's going to be the first time. Their PRO, Clementine Afana, is going to be joining us. So she's going to come on and talk a little bit. And then the rest of the gang is going to join us. I am excited because they have an event coming up soon. So I know this is going to be wonderful. This is a great time to get to know about the sixth form Sisserou singers if you haven't. As we know, every year, new members join. Members, I guess they grow up, they leave, they move away. I don't know how you want to call it, right? So every single time you see them, it feels like fresh faces, fresh new moves and dances and all kinds of stuff. We're gonna get into all of the details on the group. And I just want to see before we get started, let's see who's on. Hi, my love, Sikoi, Eli DC. Good night. Farala, good night. Hi, how you guys doing? Jadani, good night, everyone. Them kind of difficult names starting first tonight, there, but once a sister is always a sister. Top soprano in the house. Whoop, whoop. Okay. All right. She's standing her ground. She's like, Jael, don't try to put me outside. All right. Thank you very much, guys, for joining in. Those of you who are joining on Facebook, welcome. Those of you on YouTube, bonsoir. Comment ça va? Ça va bien? Those of you on LinkedIn, good evening to you. Those of you on X, welcome aboard the train. We're about to start riding. The bell has rung and we're about to start class. Yes, we have the sixth form Sisserou singers. Like, how convenient. So we have the sixth form Sisserou singers and class is about to start, right? The bell has rung and we're ready to get this show on the road. I'm so excited to be having them on here with me. My assistant just happens to be a sixth form Sisserou singer. And he would have had my neck if I had not put them on the show. All right? No, I wasn't. That's not the case. Right? I was more than happy to have them on, but he is part of the sixth form Sisserou singers, and I'm so happy to have him, work with me closely on a daily basis. I probably run him insane, but he's been with me for a while, and I love him. Wouldn't trade him for the world. So big up to you, Samaj. Thank you very much, for organizing this. And let me tell you, he works behind the scenes and helped to produce this. I've been very busy also filming for the Caribbean Music Awards. Your girl is an ambassador for the Caribbean Music Awards. Somebody let the cat out of the bag earlier this week. They put all my business outside. So, I didn't even get an opportunity to post my own thing. But I am happy that I'm going to be representing for Dominica 767. Right? I guess the Caribbean is seeing the work that I'm doing, and I appreciate them and thank them for using my talent, using my skills. So we've been shooting. That's why I'm all made up. So we've been shooting all week, and we're going to continue shooting tomorrow and then some parts of next week. But I'm so excited to be doing this. And last year I was kind of like, oh my God, like they probably not gonna ever want me on this show again because I put in people maybe. But they love me. And they said, Jael, we want you back on. And they're so sweet. And I want to big up the entire crew. I'm not calling no names because they always say, do not call our names. I want to big up all the folks at Caribbean Elite Magazine and the folks at Caribbean Music Awards. Big up to yourself. Guys, if you've not voted, make sure you vote because we have 7 artists in the bag, for on the segment. And we also have the World Choral Music Festival for one of the main musical events of the year, and we want to vote because we want them to win. So make sure if y'all haven't voted, the voting ends on June 30th. So we want them to win. I also want to big up the French Caribbean. So big up Kassav and Kalash and all of the others who are nominated. Also want to big up my Lucian, big up to Michael Robinson and Shemi J. Yes, guys, we're going to be having a blast on August the 29th for the Caribbean Music Awards. That's held at King's Theater in Brooklyn, New York. So let's get this show on the road. All right, we're going to get this show on the road. Let's see who's there. Who came in while I was waiting? Hi, Stellina, my love. Oh my God, Stellina Blue, the best sunset cocktails you could ever have. Check out the Almond Deck this weekend if you're liming. Big up to you, my love. Miranda is on the live. Andrew is here. Shout out to you, Andrew from 758. Boop, boop, in his house. Yes. Tasha, thank you very much, guys. Thanks, Tash. Thank you. Tasha's always on the live. Thank you to my cousin, my Dudu darling. I see you. I see you. And Sugars, welcome, welcome. Love you guys. Let me tell you, then people try and give me mapui because I said something about Kulibi Street. And I, in the same breath, I say, no offense. But obviously, somebody gonna take offense. And I just check in, like, Olive is the whole message of the live. And all of a sudden, I say no offense. I can't apologize when I just said apologize and apologize. Like an apology on top of an apology. I mean, like honestly, y'all know I didn't mean anything by this. So if you took it personally, I apologize for you taking it personally, but it was not meant for anybody to take it personally, all right? And the people, they know themselves. I mentioned Kulibi Street, and all of a sudden, I love Kulibi Street. Kulibi Street is on the highway, and I mean, I lime on Kulibi Street before, so I mean, I did have a really bad accident in Kulibi Street, so probably that's why it was in my mind, because I'm suffering from PTSD, probably because I had a really bad accident in Kulibi Street a couple years ago, so probably that's why. All right, so I apologize again. I apologize. And I just want to say, thank you to all those of you who support me and support my vibe and support my lives and come on and you share and you love and you follow. A lot of y'all on here and y'all not following, so make sure you click the follow. Make sure you click the follow, because I just go back and watch, okay, and see who that following. Make sure y'all click the follow and follow the live, follow the page. My God, follow the page. Let's get this show on the road. We got Clementine Afana is gonna be stopping by. We're ready. You ready for the show? You guys ready? I'm ready. Okay, so like I promised you guys, the sixth form Sisserou singer. I always wanted to be a Sisserou singer, but I cannot sing. So I think that ship has sailed for me. But I want to big them up on all of the moves they've been making. So I want to welcome, without further ado, to the show for the second time, because she was on recently this season. We did feature her on the season. So I want to welcome her first on the show, and then we're going to tap into the rest of the guys. Hi, Clem!
Hi, Jael. So nice to be here.
Nice to have you. Welcome back to the show.
Thank you. You look lovely as always. I mean, like, that makeup is fresh, and I'm like, listen, you were talking about the everything that you use, and I was like, I need those products like ASAP, like yesterday.
Girl, and you know what? I think it's not only the application, I think it's the setting, and I forgot to mention that I do set my stuff with the Ready setting spray. Let me tell you, that Ready setting spray is like crazy glue. When you see you spray that thing on, everything sits. It's like a hairspray.
Yeah.
And it just sits. And I mean, my skin doesn't feel like, but everything just feels like
yeah. I need it on my arsenal. Like I need to go back to the beginning of the live when you were talking about the products, and I need to and plus that Reddit setting spray that you were talking about.
I have a video coming up. Just follow. As long as you follow, you'll see the video.
Yeah,
we'll give all of the details, because I was like, so I did a video on how to stay like glowed up during the summer, because like you don't want to be putting too much makeup on, because you're sweating all the time. Right. So I discovered this product, and let me tell you, it's gold. It's gold. It's gold. Everybody needs to have it. But it's good to have you on here. I know you represent the sixth form Sisserou singer. So welcome to the show.
Thank you so much.
It's nice to have you. I've been following your videos of all of where you've been going in Canada. I'm loving them. Always loving every single one of them. I know you're going to Quebec City next, right?
Yes.
Quebec City next.
In French, I say Quebec City or Quebec Cité. In English, Quebec City. But I told people it's not Quebec. Do not come and tell people.
Quebec.
Yes. Yeah.
Yes. So we're looking forward to seeing that. But we're here to talk about this wonderful organization that's been in existence. And I think the first time I actually heard about Sisserou Singh and I followed them for a little bit, I was like, yo, them people move like they're in a cult, yo. Like, them people just so die hard. Like, you see, like, people on the live are like, once a Sisserou, always a Sisserou.
Yeah.
I think what it is how together everybody is, how people support each other within the organization, how people embrace each other, empower each other, inspire each other, and I think that is what is coveted. Why it's like to an outsider, they'd be like, what juice they drink?
Yeah, definitely.
Did they drink the anti-pearl juice?
The culture juice, yes. Yeah.
So it's good to have you guys. I want to kind of get a sense of if you could take us back to the early days of the sixth form Sisserou singing. So what really inspired Auntie Pro Christian to start this choir? I mean, if what is it you know of at least?
Yes, thank you. Because I would say I joined the choir about like now 12 years ago now. It feels like forever now. I know, right? It feels like forever. So I think it's a little bit more than 12 years. But as when you join the choir, you really learn about the history, what inspired it. And I think that it's so important because you need to know the foundation, the reason why things exist, the mission that it carries, that you, when you join the group, you can actually work towards not just developing yourself but also carrying that mission. And so at the beginning of the line you were talking about like six forms and then some people graduated. I just want to let everybody who is listening, let everybody know that it doesn't mean that we are in six forms, okay? Most of us, if not actually all of us, are like at least college level and above. But the name six form started because the founder, the key pillars of the choir were in six form when they started. And there are a few key names, and one of them is the name of Dr. Mead. She's currently in Dominica. Actually, I think every time we talk about Sisserou singers, we always talk about her. And she was one of those key pillars and key founders. And I think that they had a desire to start a choir, a musical group that could also be a little bit involved in the culture. And so from that desire to sing and to also promote the culture, they tapped into Auntie Pearl and invited her. At first, she was like, when she used to tell us the story, she was like, you know what, she almost didn't make it to that first practice. But when she went to that, the first invitation that they extended to her, she actually realized they were serious and she decided to get involved with them. Fast forward 30 years later, because now we are 30 years. Yeah, this year is the 30th anniversary of the choir. Sisserou Singers has grown and blossomed into the entity that it is now within the nation, not just being a pillar of choral music in Dominica, but also a pillar of culture. You know, there is no independent season without Sisserou Singers. There is no Christmas season without Sisserou Singers. We are always tapped on or called upon for national events. For whenever there are people from overseas coming to visit to perform, at national festivities and so forth. And so it just shows the role that the choir has played into really just not molding the culture, but embedding itself within the culture and uplifting the culture within the country, but also within the region. So this is what Sisserou Singers is right now. And you talked about it being like a cult kind of thing, but and I think that a lot of people, when they talk about cults, a cult has a negative connotation, but to just make allusion to what you were saying, what we do is like when you are part of the choir, you actually embrace it as a family. And that's one of the things that I loved about Sisserou Singers. Some people who know me or who have seen it on the past interview will know that I'm not from Dominica. I came to Dominica to study medicine, became a doctor, did my thing, expanding into different horizons. But Sisserou Singers was my first, after my church family, Sisserou Singers was my second family in Dominica. That's how I really got to mingle more with locals. That's how I really got to even learn the slang. That's how I learned the Creole, the patois. That's how I learned so many things. That's how I really got embedded in culture. And so when people join the choir, right, they discover another side of Dominica that they didn't know before. They actually meet with other people who love music. Like you genuinely either love music or generally love culture, and you feel like you need an area where you can actually express yourself. And as you join the choir, you discover new talents that you have, and therefore you develop them. You fall in love with culture all over again because we do culture a little bit different. But on top of that, you now have a team of people who celebrate you for who you are, who help you to grow, to develop and to become the best version of yourself. And that's why we root so hard for each other. Like whenever a Sisserou does something, everybody's behind them. Like, so that's the Sisserou magic essentially.
It's a cult.
It's
a good thing. You know what? It's really a good thing. It's not even. I'm not even referring to it in a negative way, because like I mentioned, it shows how much you guys really do support each other. So if it's that type of cult, I want to be part of it. I tell you, I had aspirations of being a sister, but nobody invited me, and I can't sing.
It's a good one. And you were talking about singing. I know the choir is in the background ready to show themselves, and we sing a few songs. I don't know what they planned, but I just wanted to say, like, anyone who wants to join the choir, this institution has this institution has existed, sorry, for 30 years, which means that if you actually look at the demographics of the people who are there right now, at least half of them are younger than the choir, which means that we found the choir, we met the choir, and when we leave, we're going to leave the choir to other people. So it just shows you that kind of like passing of the baton, the transition from
Mhm.
different generations and different talents, and everything is just being passed on progressively. So when people hear the term Sisserou singers, they might be thinking it's some kind of like old people thing, like what even is that? Like the millennials
Mhm.
would be like what is that? But
Mhm.
see, the majority of our members right now are like college level, young adults, young employees, like they just started working, and I'm telling you, half of the people there are younger than the choir, which means they are not even up to 30 years old. I'm not calling
Yes.
out age, but I'm just saying, just to tell you that if anybody who wants to join, we have auditions, every year. This year is a big year, and we're so happy to have the new members who have joined us, the semi-new members, the veterans, just being with us, celebrating 30 years together.
Wow, congratulations on your 30-year anniversary to all. Like the lady, my girl say, once a sister,
All sisters.
always a sister. To all the sister singers, happy 30 years. You
Mhm.
guys, I can imagine, have had some memorable moments and milestones. Are you willing to share some of those with us? Some of the memorable moments that you guys have had over the last 30 years.
Yes, definitely. From inception of the choir and at least until I joined. So I joined. I said I have at least 12 years in the choir now, like 12-ish. I need to probably go back in the archives and count. But one of the key things that we have been involved with in our one of what I would consider one of our memorable moments was our hurricane or disaster relief concert that we had after the tropical storm Erika that devastated one of Dominica's cultural villages and communities, Petit Savan. And we've had Sisserou Singers members from Petit Savan. And even if it wasn't Sisserou Singers members, we know that Petit Savan is a community that is very, very much ingrained in culture, just like Grand Bay, just like so many other villages. So we've done that. We've had opportunities to do shows in collaboration, or shows that were brought alive by Dr. Alwyn Bully. May his soul rest in peace. We brought to life Once on This Island, which he and a team of other cultural savants in Dominica directed. We brought alive Folk Nativity, which we conceptualized with the likes of like Ophelia Marie, and you have Mikel Anderson on stage. We brought alive so many shows that have now become the pillar of the cultural calendar of Dominica. And I think that this goes back to again showing how Sisserou Singers is woven within the matrix of culture in Dominica. And 30 years is something that is really, really big to celebrate. And it's definitely a show that we look forward to this coming July.
I can't help but not, like it would not be right if I don't, focus a little bit on Auntie Pearl. And because she has been one of the longest, like, I mean, she's held on to the leadership of this group for quite some time.
Mhm.
How has her leadership and vision really shaped the choir, in terms of your evolution and in terms of your impact in Dominica?
Yes, I would say without the founding members of Sisserou Singers like Dr. Mead and her colleagues back then, there wouldn't be any Sisserou Singers. And without Auntie Pearl, there wouldn't even be any Sisserou Singers. So that's just to show you like how impactful she has been. And a lot of times, even when we go and approach organizations and we refer to Sisserou Singers, everybody always talk about, oh yes, Auntie Pearl's choir. So Auntie Pearl had been the director of Sisserou Singers for the longest time. And I think about 4 years ago, I need to go back to my archives. She passed on the baton to now Dr. Marie Pascal Afana and Amanda Lawrence. Currently, it's now Dr. Marie Pascal Afana, and now Auntie Pearl is considered the director emeritus, which means she's like everybody who went to like school. Y'all probably know what director emeritus is. It's just like you still director, even though you're not actively directing, but you're like still director. Like you're just there, right? And so, how has her impact, her influence shaped her? I think shaped the choir. I think the more I got involved in Sisserou Singers, the more I realized how much of a wise person she is, and seeing how, for example, when we joined as Sisserou Singers, and now we are in a leadership position in Sisserou Singers, we realized that the lessons that she taught us back then, even though we did not necessarily agree with all of them, even though we were not necessarily in alignment in our early days, we realized that they are now impactful, and that is the direction in which we need to steer the choir and move ahead. So even though Auntie Pearl is no longer playing the forward-facing role of the choir, she has empowered all of us. The current executives, I'm going to call their names, or current president, Ms. Shanika Bugard, or musical director, Ms. Mary Pascal Afana, our vice president, Makisha Riley, Michelle. If I don't say Michelle, she's going to butcher me after in the meetings. We have our wardrobe mistress, Miss Jenny Jackson. We have, okay, let me go in the group before I forget somebody's name and they
Yeah,
come for me.
see how you switch it
Have
on.
Shani's part of the wardrobe as well. We have our promo team, Semaj, Bernard, and Chelsea Lee, superstars. They are the ones like really doing all the promotion stuff. And then we also have Warren Edwards, committee members, and so forth. So we have a lot of executive members, and we've had a lot of executive members even after Antipo. But it's just to say that because of the lessons that she taught us, because of every single thing that she has ingrained in us, we are now able to lead this group that is playing such a key role in Dominican society. So her presence is still very much felt, her insight, her counsel, her wisdom, her creativity is still very much felt. We still run to her for ideas, we still run to her for counsel, for advice. So she's still a very active part of us, even though she's not at the forefront. And we know that because we have her, we are able to make the right decision for the choir with her guidance. So yeah.
Wow, that's beautiful. That's wonderful to know. How do you guys feel? Obviously, you guys have celebrated 30 years. What would you say probably are some of the hopes for the future, or for the choir's future? Obviously, like you mentioned, you're constantly passing on the baton to somebody else. But what are some of your hopes for the future for the choir?
So the first one, before I answer that question, Jael, I wanted to highlight the objectives of the choir, and one of them is to foster an appreciation for choral music and culture within in the young people in Dominica. And then the other one is to really help to mold the leaders of tomorrow. And as I'm going to answer this question, I wanted to highlight the fact that when you look at Sisserou singers, and like the lady said in the chat, once it's Sisserou, always it's Sisserou. Sisserou singers are spread across all different areas of society, not just in Dominica, but in the Caribbean and in the world beyond. You have doctors, we have lawyers, we have architects, we have teachers, we have educators, we have cheerleaders, we have musicians, we have dancers. So yeah, you were saying that it's a cult. It's like a big society, If you take out all the Sisserous all the people who have been Sisserou singers for the past 30 years, you could probably make at least 1 or 2 villages in Dominica. Like at least you could make, yes. I'm telling you. So seeing what we have achieved and the impact that Sisserou has had within the society, I would say on behalf of the executive that one of our hopes is to really, first of all, be able to keep choral music and Dominica's culture alive. Because I think that a lot of people only realize the importance of culture when they go out and they realize that other people are sharing about their culture, and they're like, oh wow, I don't have anything to share, I don't have anything to show for, and be like, hey, this is my culture. So I think one of our hopes is to really be able to do that. And it continues to be being a challenge because we live in a constantly moving society, but we've been able to do that. We've been able to adapt what the society brings and still keep that culture and that appreciation for choral music alive. And I hope on behalf of the executive, we hope that this is something that we're going to continue for the next 30 years, the next 50 or 100 years, regardless of who takes on the baton next. And then the second hope that we have for the choir is that we continue to mold responsible adults that are going to play a huge contribution within the society. Jael, a lot of times when people join the choir, and generally that will be people that are just like getting into college or they are finishing college, that is at the earliest. When they join the choir, generally they have a talent, but they don't necessarily have an avenue to express that talent. And even if a person doesn't know how to sing like a superstar, or like doesn't, or is not feeling very confident in their talent, by joining the choir, we're actually able to help them mold that talent. And they also, in addition to that, they are able to to build upon their creativity. And while they do that, they also get to network with other people who are coming with their own talents from different other areas of society, and you create this beautiful melting pot where you learn to deal with others, deal with other personalities, deal with other characters, deal with people in a different way. And a lot of times people will not have had that level of exposure in their daily life, whether it's how they were brought up or even at school. So by being meshed in a group like this, you actually learn a lot of soft and transferable skills that you can use in your future life. And by growing within the microcosm that Sisserou Singers is, when you get out, then you realize, oh wow, I've actually learned all those things. I know how to control my emotions. I know how to speak with people even when we don't disagree. When we disagree, because sometimes when people see us on stage and smiling like big, beautiful dresses, you think, oh wow, this is like the perfect family. But before we go on stage, there is a 6 weeks of intensity where we have clashes, where we have sometimes disagreements, you have arguments, sometimes you have like people lash out. But when you are in that kind of microcosm, you learn how to deal with that. You learn that, you know what, even if you vex, even if you have done this 10 times and it's not well done, then you have to do it an 11th time, because you have to strive for always getting better. So people really learn to push beyond their boundaries. They learn discipline, they learn perseverance. And when you are done through that, we call it baptism by fire, you automatically become a better person if you lend yourself to the experience. So we do hope that in the next 30 years, 60 years, 90 years, or even 100 years, we will still be able to build individuals or help people become the better version of themselves, be people who really arbor and embrace very important societal values like discipline, perseverance, respect for others, and really people who care about culture and choral music. So on behalf of the executive, I think those are two of the key things that we hope to achieve in the next few years.
Welcome, Usapali.
Yes,
And let me tell you, you do it so with such expression. I can feel every single thing that you're saying. It feels like it's very intimate to you, so I can see the passion that you have for your group. I like it's really coming through. I don't know about other people on the live. If you're not seeing her passion, you need to go eat some passion fruit, because let me tell you, it is definitely coming through. I really one of the things that you spoke about, is the discipline, and on all of that I really saw, I saw firsthand the Sisserou singers getting ready to perform at Queen Show this year.
Mm,
And let me tell you, that director of theirs, she don't
wow.
play. She was getting everybody in line. It was the weather wasn't great. It was raining
Yeah,
a lot.
I remember. Mhm.
It was very windy. There was a lot going on backstage, in between people coming off stage, getting on stage. And man, she got everybody together and thing. And let me tell you, everybody was like hot and sweating at the same time. And, everybody was able to get out there and really put on a wonderful performance. I want to say kudos to y'all for learning all of these things, all of these different skills, and I can see why it's such an important organization for building of self,
Mhm.
and building confidence and all of that good stuff that comes with it. You've been mentioning, the chorale, and all of these things. But this year, your title for your anniversary production is Chorale Legacy.
Yes.
So tell us, what is the significance of this title as it relates to this year's production?
Yes. So we felt like the title Choral Legacy would be fitting for the big 30 years anniversary. And it would also be a great way to celebrate all the greats that have paved the path, that have laid the foundation for Sisserou Singers, for us to have this organization that we can now have and celebrate today. So that's really the spirit of Choral Legacy, where we appreciate and celebrate where we are, and we realize that we are here today because people have done the work in the past and they have worked to get us where we are. So we are celebrating that legacy. And when we talk about legacy, again, to go back with the overarching theme of what we stand for, we have legacy of values, right? And we also have legacy of music, the importance of music and even the creative arts in general in our society. We have legacy of pillars, people who have really contributed within the organization and have really upheld us at different levels. So this is what we're celebrating with Choral Legacy. And we felt like it's important because a lot of times a lot of people just look at where you are but they don't realize that before you could get to where you are, there has been a journey before. And a lot of the members will be joining maybe at year 3, year 4, year 5. Some members is going to be the first time performing with the choir, but there's somebody who has performed, who has been there for 10 years. So they have seen the choir evolve. There's somebody who's been there for 12 years, 13 years. So for us, it's a really important year. It's a really defining year, because we put all these themes together in the selection of our songs, the choice of the repertoire, in the creation of our folk story, in the selection and the organization of our different sections, and in the way we really run the show. So that's what choral legacy means for us, celebrating the legacy that is, and building on the legacy to continue.
When is the show?
The show is Samaj sent me the flyer about day. But I should know this. Somebody in the chat should know this. And the reason why I'm referring to the flyer is because I keep getting those dates twisted. So the show is on Friday, July 12th, Saturday, July 13th, and Sunday, July 14th. So to make it easy for you guys, it's the second weekend of July. We have 2 nights in Roseau and 1 night in Portsmouth. The people in Portsmouth will be so elated and so excited to see us, and so are the people in Roseau. So that's usually how we've been doing the show: 2 nights in Roseau and then 1 night in Portsmouth.
Where is it happening this year?
So in Roseau, it's going to be at the Goodwill Primary School auditorium. We're waiting for the Iraq House of Culture to come back. We used to love the Iraq, the good dear old Iraq. So it's Goodwill Primary.
I doing a Bernie get up slowly.
No,
it's a Bernie get up slowly. You never see that movie, Bernie?
Boy.
Get up slowly. He was like doing this. So
yeah.
hopefully we'll get it.
Hopefully
We'll get it soon. I think we need it more than. I don't know how much emphasis is being placed on setting it up, because I feel like it's really put a lull in the art form in Dominica. Like, people don't have places to, like, a place to go.
Yes.
People are worried about even putting together plays and putting together productions. And once I'm in Dominica, I like to get involved in plays and stuff, so there's nothing to really get out there. So we really do need it. When you guys announced that you guys were having this, how did the community respond? What kind of response did you guys get?
I mean, people are always so excited. People were really, really looking forward to it. We have the diaspora members who are really looking forward to it. In fact, Jael, just to let you know, there are people who plan their trip to Dominica in the summer based on when the dates of the show are. Yes.
Because y'all do such great folk music. Listen.
Yes.
Like your folk music, and somebody's actually on there saying that is their favorite segment, of the show. The favorite part of the show is folk, So I think people look forward to that. That's one aspect of it that they look forward to.
Definitely. And I will tell you, the show is 2.5 hours. It's family friendly, babe friendly, kid friendly. Come here with your babe the first night, second night, third night, husband, wives, kids. We have people who come all 3 nights. It means that they come to Roseau and then they come to Portsmouth for the show. It's that. I'm not even telling you this because like I'm in the choir. Like, it's that good. And when we watch the recording, we're like, yeah, we're actually good. Like, it's actually that good, So so it's very family friendly, very kid friendly. It's very entertaining. And I was saying that it's 2.5 hours, but you don't even feel like it's 2 hours and like you don't feel, because it has such a nice flow. There are different sections. For somebody who hasn't been to a Sisserou show before, you're going to be blown away. You're going to love it, and you're going to wish we had this like every weekend. So it's a very entertaining show. Yes.
Yes. I want to ask you guys about the challenges that you guys have, faced. If you guys have faced any challenges in terms of establishing and maintaining the choir, if you guys have had any, and if you have, how did you guys actually overcome these challenges? Because I can imagine you speak about all these different personalities and people getting vexed and people disagreeing, and obviously some people would say, "I'm not coming back. I'm done with this nonsense," and they probably walk off. How do you guys maintain the choir and when you guys are faced with various challenges?
Yes. So in terms of the dynamics, I will maybe talk about two key challenges. One is challenge in recruiting new members. I think one of the main challenges with that is especially getting men, and that's why when we have our men, we want to keep them as long as we can, because they just listen, Jael. When you sing, I'm talking to somebody who's when you there on the pews and you hearing them sing and they're sounding in your ears, you're like, oh yes, we have men in the choir, So I can only imagine what the audience listens to on the other hand.
What is the ratio right now to men to women in the group?
We always have it's like 2-to-1. No, 3-to-1, 3-to-1, I would say.
Okay,
yes.
okay.
Because we have two official male parts, and then we have 3 women parts. So we always have more women. But one of our challenges has really been to get more men, and it's because of the preconceived ideas that people have about men being in the choir. They are like societal constructs, and people don't feel comfortable being in the choir because they're like, our choir is for women. When you actually go into when you see those big shows around the world, I'm even taking an example in Africa, you have choirs where you have a male chorus, you're like, oh child. So
let me tell you.
So we do have that challenge, and I think, and one of the ways we are working to overcome this is really just to have people refer others. So if you know somebody who sings and who has not been exposed to singers before, then you ask them to come and audition and so forth. We also usually audition at the state college, and then within churches. If people know people who sing in church groups, we ask them to join us. The second challenge is also again just molding personalities. When Auntie Pearl was the director, the main director, because now she's director emeritus, a lot of times we had a lot of it's easier to respect somebody who has an age difference, because you always have that reverence as
respect and all of that comes. Yes.
But when you are being led by somebody who you feel looking like your size, or even if they're older than you, they look like your size, you feel like it's literally like you will be thinking, okay, but
where moms will come out now?
Like I will come in whenever I want, and sometimes you can lapse and you can feel that way, and that is a challenge. But I think one of the ways we overcome this is by always just standing together as an executive, but also just reminding the people of the value that we embody. Again, that discipline starts even from our rehearsals, right? And even sometimes when we ourselves we lapse, we call ourselves out on that. So when we say, for example, and you guys are going to come when you come into the show on July 12th, 13, and 14, you're going to see that when we say it starts at 8 p.m., it's not 8 to 1, it's not 8 to 3, it's not 8 to 5, it's 8 p.m. And people was very critical about that. 8 p.m., the MC needs to be on stage. We need to start the prayer. I don't want to hear about where you are, what you're doing, what you're cooking, what you're selling. 8 p.m. is 8 p.m. And for us to be on stage at 8 p.m., it means that we need to be backstage at least 2 hours before, which means that if you had your roller set to go and do, you need to go and set your rollers, dry everything to make sure that you are behind the scenes by 6 p.m. You know what I mean? So that level of discipline, we also try to just we bring it to our rehearsals, and we always try to just embody that as much as we can. And when somebody lapses, somebody else calls them out and be like, hey, you know what? We're not really standing by the values by which we're supposed to stand. So yeah.
Love it. I want to bring on Mary Pascal, and I want to bring on the rest of the gang who are standing by.
Gang.
The rest of the gang. Where are they? So the rest of the gang, put on your camera so I can see that you guys are ready.
I hope they say good night in singing. I hope they sing good night.
Listen, so that we get to. So let's just welcome. Just waiting for them to come on. At least turn on their camera, because I don't want to turn on. I can turn on the camera for them, but I don't know.
Yes, I think they were at practice, and y'all, just to let you know, the way when we had to set this up, because we are 3 weeks to the show now, and today is Thursday. Thursdays are one of our practice days, so you can see they are at practice. So
they don't know we're waiting for them.
They don't know.
No, they don't know.
So yeah. So we told them that we're going live on Jael Joseph, so everybody just come. We know that you're not going to not do practice. We're going to take a little break from practice just to be live Jael Joseph.
I put it on the camera. You turning it back on? I'm ready for all you.
Come out.
I put in the cat out of the bag. I'm ready for y'all. Set on the camera. Oh God.
Ask them. Okay, I think they're ready now.
Oh my God, they're getting ready. They're putting on a show for us, man, or something. What's going on?
Yes.
What's
So
going on?
just to give a little bit of background to the audience who's listening, those of you guys who are part of who have been Sisserou, I mean, we say one Sisserou, always Sisserou. Hi guys. But those who are not familiar with the Sisserou singers, closer to the show, we practice 4 days a week, and 2 weeks to the show, I think we practice almost every day. So on a day like today, people will be at practice from after work. You go to practice. We practice from 5 p.m. to 7 p.m. But tonight they went a little bit out over time, because you know that we had a Jael show, and Jael, I think that they are ready ish.
Yes. Hello, guys. Welcome to the show. Oh my God, I can feel the energy. I'm so happy to have you guys. I'm getting a reverb. I think you guys have me on a speaker. So I'm not sure what's going on. I think, oh, you'll have me in a place that everybody can hear. But we're so happy to have you guys on. I know we have Mary Pascal who's going to talk to us, and we also have the president, who is Shanika, who's going to also be talking to us. So, Mary Pascal, can you come forward a little bit closer?
Yes, I can. Yes.
Right. All right. Welcome. How are you?
I'm good. Of course, as you can see, we're in the middle of rehearsal, so it's kind of hectic, and we're getting ready for the big 30th anniversary production. So we're excited. Personally, I'm
Wow.
feeling good. Pumped.
Well, your PRO mentioned you being the director, the current director. So congratulations on that. I like we don't see these kinds of announcements. So I don't know if this is just an internal thing that happens and everybody just moves with it. But I realized that you were in the forefront during Queen Show. I was like, she in charge. She in charge. You could tell she in charge, right? So congratulations on that. But share with us, as the current director, how have you infused your unique factor? Because you're obviously, something that we know, you're not from Dominica, but you've brought in various elements infused with your own background into your choir's performances. So share with us some of that.
I think it was so important when I joined the Cicero Singers. I didn't understand how important it would become to me. And I got the opportunity to actually discover Dominica's culture. And you will find that there are so many similarities. So it was very easy. Like the Creole, I speak French, so it's been very easy.
So,
And
so, so
I
you can
just
parler
took the
Creole.
blessing. Of course. Oui, madame. So it became a family. And when Auntie Pearl was deciding, to retire, um she really asked me and Amanda at the time to, you know, take on the directorship. I must say that I'm still learning because I don't have any formal training in music. I'm just teaching myself, how to play the keyboard, how to do this, how to do that. And with, the support that I get from Auntie Pearl is really a nice ride because I have all that support. So for me, it was just a natural transition. Dominica is just like home at this point.
Wow, that's beautiful. Thank you very much for sharing that with us. You obviously have some big shoes to fill, coming from filling anti-pros or attempting to fill anti-pros shoes. How have you, though, maintained the legacy of the choir while also introducing your own vision?
I think what has helped me is the fact that Cicero Singer stands on a very strong motto, and the objectives have always been very clear to me. It's all about preservation of choral music among young people, preservation of Caribbean folk music, and also it's a ground for allocation for young people to really express themselves. As an artist myself, it gives me that avenue to really be free and create. And when you have that in mind, you're able to really drive a group like that, forward. to what is coming. And I'm just also very, very blessed that, I'm surrounded by members who are artists in their own way, and they get that opportunity to express themselves, and it makes everything smooth because right now everybody wants to just have a beautiful display of what Dominica has in store, what kind of talent we have in Dominica. So it's really easy for me to infuse my own vision because the cast and the people who join Sisserou Singers come to meet that kind of standard, and they are very happy to maintain that standard.
Fantastic. That is wonderful to hear. Can you share some of the insights into the preparation and the planning that went for legacy, which is what you guys are calling it this year?
Yes, called Legacy. Oh my gosh, it was such a fitting name for us. Legacy, 30 years. When Sisserou Singer started in 1994, I'm sure many people probably didn't think it was going to make it to 30 years, especially after, the original director retiring. Because many times when the person that was there at the beginning retires, you don't always maintain that vision. So legacy, really, the material that we're going to sing is legacy material. The kind of production we have is legacy. And we're just excited to show that 30 years of good training can achieve great, great things. So legacy is a no-brainer. People are going to come and enjoy that show like, yeah, I want more. I want to stay there for the next 3 hours. Start
We,
all over
we,
again.
we definitely looking forward to seeing the products. How do you go about selecting the repertoire for such a diverse and culturally rich choir? So how does that go about?
You have your instincts as a director. You also have the theme of the production. When you think about legacy, you want pieces that are standard. Like almost every chorister will know those pieces. Anybody who has followed Sisserou Singers over the years, they will identify with at least one of the pieces. So that's one thing. The other thing is, members hear music out there and they want to sing. They want to sing those songs. So it's hard for me to challenge members and say, no, we're not going to do it. So I have material that I thought about, I researched, but honestly, members come with their suggestions. I want to do that. We want to do this. We want to spin. We want to jump. We want to roll. And we just go with it. As long as we all able to do it, let's go. So everybody contributes to the material.
And
Thank
just
you.
to add,
I do have people like randomly, they hear a choir sing and they send me the song and they say, yeah, so should do this. Like every month, I probably have like 5 different submissions. Make Sisserou do that. Make Sisserou do that. Like people just send me songs. Make them do that. And I've taken some of those, and only on the night the people will know I picked their suggestion.
Woo, it's nice. You
and
want to add something else?
yes, just to add to what Marie was actually saying, Jael. So what we've also done has been to integrate the modern songs that people are just like generally loving, right? Like I remember the year when we sang "Perfect" by Ed Sheeran. Like this was like so like we were literally on stage, and I think all of us were kind of like secretly sobbing in our hearts that we are singing this. So obviously you can't sob in front of everybody. We sang "Perfect" by Ed Sheeran. We sang songs by Jason Mraz. We sang Whitney Houston songs. We sang Beyonce songs. We've sang like "The Eye of the Tiger," "Roar." We sang songs from Disney. So it's just to show people that we actually are using those popular songs that people know, but making it in a choral setting that is also entertaining and a little bit different from what you will hear in Dominica or in the Caribbean. So yeah,
Thank you very much for sharing that, Clem. I'm going to mute you guys when I'm talking so that it doesn't have the feedback. Okay, so I realize that I can mute, so there's no feedback on either end. But my next question really has to do with the themes and the messages. So obviously it's 30 years. It's a legacy production. What are some of the key themes and messages that you hope this production will be able to convey?
So for us, it's always those who know Sisserou Singers show. They know we start with God. No choir can withstand what we've been through, for 30 years without God. So we have a theme of hallelujah, a theme of thanksgiving, just to give glory and praise to God for leading us to this day. Then we have themes of, the classic, the standard themes of love and war. I think those are universal themes. And it's going to be interesting to see the interpretations of, the different feelings when it comes to love and war. We also have themes surrounding our Caribbean music, because one thing we're going to do is to give you a nice section of Caribbean sounds. So we have our
Hey,
Gabuillon, we have this, we have that. So themes of celebration, really celebrating what we can do after 30 years. And of course, we have our folk section that pays tribute to the Caribbean folk music. What we tend to do is really take influences from other countries. So we're singing songs from St. Lucia, from Trinidad and Tobago, from St. Vincent, from Jamaica, and from Dominica, of course. So we want to make sure that we really convey the traditional Caribbean story. It's all about folk tales, Laja Bless, Papa Bois. So that section, some people just live for that section. So it's really, we take you on a journey during our production, and you really go up and down with us. And at the end, it's a beautiful celebration.
ooh, we're ready for that journey. We're ready for you to take us there. I'm really interested to know about some of the special elements or highlights that the audience can really look forward to in this year's production. So, what are some of you speak about the different countries you're gonna feature, or the different genres, the different styles, but are there any special, stuff that secrets you want to let out of the bag? Yeah, we on Jail Joseph, like, give us a little, world premiere.
The only secret I can tell is, where the tickets are being sold.
Where?
No, but no, but actually, I can tell you for one of our section, we're doing a nice Afrobeat. They'll be surprised. But I can also tell you that we're doing a signal band something. So you don't know which song? Come and see.
Just a little.
You don't know yet.
A signal band something.
Just signal band something.
Yes.
It's going to be lit.
So finally, for you, Mary Pascal, before I move on to the president, I'm interested to know about the legacy. What legacy do you hope? I know your PRO spoke of some of the things that you guys want to hope for the future or whatever, and whatnot. What legacy do you hope these six form Sisserou singers can leave for future generations? Because it is so important. Like you all speak about having more men, I feel like the way, when I look at how society is right now in Dominica, and how people have such little respect for their elders, and people have such I witnessed that, like how children bad talking, like responding to their, I don't see these things happening in Sisserou singers. I can't imagine these things because of the level of discipline that you guys, I see how you put them in formation during Queen's show, and there's no way anybody could have given you any back chat, right? What is the legacy you want for the future of Sisserou singers?
I think one of the most important parts of Sisserou Singers is the fact that this is a non-profit organization and it's on a voluntary basis. Can you imagine somebody leaving their home or deciding to put themselves through 6 weeks of intensive training? We meet Monday, Tuesday, sometimes on a Wednesday for musicians, and then Thursday, Saturday, Sunday for 6 weeks straight. And there is no remuneration, like you're not getting paid for any of it. Worldwide, people get paid. But members of Sisserou Singers, understand that it's all about the mission. And I think if everything else fails, I feel like this is what Sisserou Singers should always be. Giving your talent for your country, giving your talent as a sense of, using your talent because you have the duty to do so. One of the features of the Sisserou year also is a humanitarian tour. We go to, during Christmas, we go to old age homes, we go to chances, etc., to sing for the residents, to have a good time with them. And it's just to show that at the end of the day, there's so much going on in life. What is the most important is what you have at your core. Who are you as a person? What kind of service you give to your fellow man? to your country, to the region, and to the world by extension. And I think if we continue to focus on using our talents to do just that, this is what is going to move Sisserou Singers forward. As a dream, as a wish, it's just I would want for more regional and then international recognition. A group like Sisserou Singers should be heavily funded to travel every year and go and do what we have to do, represent Dominica all over the Caribbean. So I think that's probably where, if I had a wish list, that's probably where I would put it. Because the talent is here, the hard work is here, the commitment, the discipline, like you said yourself, all that is there. It's very well packaged, and it's time that we put the money behind it.
Well, I hope the powers that be are hearing. It's time that we put the money behind it, because just having a show for 3 days annually is really and truly not going to be able to push this forward. And I completely agree with y'all 150%. And I love the work that you guys are doing. I think it's really necessary. It's not just necessary because you guys are continuing a generation of music that people will forget. That's one of these things that the fact that you guys maintain this, it's so important for our culture. I mean, look at you, both you and Clem, who are migrants. You've embraced this and you've made it your own. It's become part of you. It's become your bread and butter, your everything. I Clem Jicam Canada me gadi ila ila is on Sisserou and nobody cannot stop. So it's so important for people to see that and to understand that and embrace that, and not just embrace it beating your gums, but put your money where your mouth is. And really, I feel like you guys should be catching flights, and going and performing, because you guys really put on a really good show every single year. And I want to applaud you guys and tell you guys, continue to do the great work that you do. And I see I putting you all on mute because I couldn't hear myself. But continue to do the good work that you're doing, and I'm there with my pom poms and my short skirt cheering you on. Right? Okay, so Shanika, I want you to come to the forefront now, so we can have a chat, because you are the Madam President. We're not going to keep it too long. So first of all, congratulations on your president.
Thank you.
And welcome. I don't know, I'm seeing you fuzzy, so if you could shift a little bit to the middle. I don't know, it might be just the camera. Right. Okay. Fantastic. That's good. So we want to see. Okay. So I'm gonna just have a few questions for you, and then I want us to play like our little game, because you can't come on run the track and talk and not play our little game. So first of all, Shanika, I want to find out from you, as president, what are some of the biggest challenges that you face, and how you've actually been able to overcome that?
Okay, hi, good night, everyone. Some of the challenges faced here in the choir, one is migration. The members, as you may see, every year we have interviews. A lot of them travel to study. Some come back during the summer and Christmas to do the show and head back out. But as time progresses, people move on with their lives. So every year we have to bring in different people, like the younger ones from the college and persons that are interested, to fill up the gaps. So that's one of our issues. Another thing is managing diverse personalities. Yes. So after a hard day of work or a long day of school, when we get here, we have to kind of try to just leave everything outside. And as a leader, you have to know your members. So you may see someone looking down and out, and you just tread cautiously, try and find out what it is that the person is going through. They may want to share, they might not want to, but you just kind of just be a support. And here in the Squire, we have that support system, brother, sisterhood, check out on each other. And so the challenge here is the diverse personalities.
Wow.
um, That's just the main thing. I could go on, but gotta move on.
We might be here all night, and I really appreciate you for bringing that. And obviously migration is a huge not it takes a huge toll on a country, far less for a group of singers, and we know a lot of people leave and they don't. You see people like me, I just come back. I just come back. Only should only should enroll me. Joke I'm making. I cannot take on another committee. But I've always like had my own little like wishful thinking. Ooh, I wonder what it'd be like to be a sister singer. It's a girl can dream, right? A girl can dream. Can you share any thoughts, or your thoughts on the significance of this year's production, whether it is for the community or even the choir? Can you share some of that with us?
Okay, well, as you know, this year we celebrate 30 years, which is a very high achievement for a choir like this to be here 30 years. And it's a non-profit organization. You're actually doing that for, I will not say you're doing it for nothing, because when I started Sisserou Singers, I was very shy. And it
I
has
got
helped
you.
me.
The president.
Yes, today. And Cicero has helped me a lot. So I will not say that it's not profiting to me as a person or even the members. Cicero actually help you to stand in front of crowd. You understand? And this year we celebrate 30 years of this, and we take this time to honor not just 3 decades of musical excellence, but also the rich legacy of harmony, passion, and dedication that this esteemed choir has brought to our community and beyond.
Wow.
This year we present to you Choral Legacy, a spectacular showcase that promises to be a feast for the senses. Prepare to be transported on this musical journey for sure. So our show will be held on July 12th, 13th, and 14th. On the 12th and 13th, we'll be at the Goodwill School Primary Auditorium from 8 p.m., sorry, and on Sunday at the Catholic Hall in Portsmouth from 7 p.m.
Wow.
You cannot afford to miss a night. Trust me, and let me tell you, the tickets are selling like wildfire. You understand? So just run. Run to Bullseye, run to Valentine's. Call me if you have my number. Call the members if you have their number.
Don't call me. I don't think it.
Yes, and we're ready. We're getting ready as can be, and we're excited to bring to you Choral Legacy.
Thank you so very much for that, Shanika. What is your most proud, or what are you most proud of regarding the choir's accomplishments over the last 20 years?
To be honest, last year was a bit challenging. We had a lot more song, a lot more dance more. So being a member and being a leader, an executive leader, doing the background work, doing the administrative work, it's a lot after you come from work. So I must say this year, the new members, they have indeed put in the work. We have actually completed our materials in shorter space of time than we have ever before, because they have gone home, they're excited, they did their homework. So now it's actually putting everything together to
Fantastic. This is fantastic. Love to hear that. Looking forward to seeing you guys. Let me mute your thing. I'm looking forward to seeing you guys on those 3 nights that you guys will be performing. I'm going to do my utmost best to attend one of those nights, because I really want to get to a feel of it again, because I've been to performances in the past, but I want to get sometimes you just need to like go back so you can just remember what you're missing, because it's always such a show. It's always such a production, and that is what I can appreciate. At this stage, I want to do my rapid fire. So thank you again, Shanika. as well as Marie Pascal Afana, for speaking with us. I want to do our rapid fire, and I just want you guys. I'm gonna see if I can open up the screen and get everybody. So am I seeing everybody? Am I seeing the whole gang? I'm seeing the whole gang, right? Change. Change the format a little bit. You ready? So I want to be able to see the whole gang, and you're gonna answer by a show of hands. Okay? So I'll pick out because I can see everybody. I'll probably say the person in the white shirt, the one in the orange shirt, and the person in the back with the hand under their chin. I'll probably say these kinds of things to kind of pull out who is doing what. So our rapid fire is you just the first name that comes to mind, you put up your hand, you just I'll call on you, and you will answer. All right, all ready? You sure? Let me just minimize. That's right. Now all you sounding like all you're ready. All right, let's do this. Okay. So, who loves singing Christmas carols the most? Who's that? Who's that? You like Christmas carols? What do you like about Christmas carols?
Wait, what do I like about Christmas carols? I love the spirit behind them. I love how we are all just gathering in this, joyous time and sharing Christmas spirit and joy, and I love the harmonies in them as well. So I mean, hey.
I have a feeling So how about I let the entire choir sing of the answer, right? Because y'all seem to know each other. Who is the biggest jokester in the choir? Ricardo, you're the biggest jokester?
Yes. A little bit.
A lot bit. You don't know what it's
Okay, so we're singing this one. Who has the most contagious laughter during choir practice? All right, who's that? Let me see. Hi. Hi. Who is known for their impeccable memory when it comes to lyrics?
Chinese.
Fantastic. Who is the best at sight reading music? Okay. All right. So, let me say hi. Hi to the other folk. Who's that?
Jael.
Hi, Jael. Okay. So, who's most likely to bring snacks for everyone at rehearsal? Hi. Okay, who is the choir's fashionista? Okay, all right. So who is the current reigning? Malik, yes, Malik. I agree with you. Hi, Malik. Nice. Who is the choir's unofficial photographer capturing all of the behind the scenes moments?
Say much.
Hi, Samaj. That's my Samaj. Okay. And who is the most excited for the choral legacy? Everyone's excited. Everyone's excited. My final question I probably will ask, Clem, because I'm always interested to find out about the fashion behind your production. Like you always have such bon fashion. It's all you always in things. Like I always look forward to seeing what all you come out, all you tie all your hair, and all you wear all your skirts, and how all you coordinate with the men, and sometimes what pieces you're put together. Tell me a little bit about the fashion before we wrap this up. What can we
Jael, you touched on a very important point about production. Let me ask the guys, is Janet there? Yeah. Janet, come to the front. Come for your question. I'm dodging that question to Janet. Janet is your turn. We'll go this first. Janet to the front.
Janet, tell us about the fashion.
Honestly, I think it's like a group effort. We, the executive, always meet and see what it is that we can throw together. And of course, we're Sisserou, we're birdies, so it has to be colorful. So if anything else, it's gonna be colors, So for sure, I think that's where the inspiration comes from in terms of mimicking the Sisserou parrot. And yeah,
We want to bring some class. We want to elevate the game, really. So it's all about matching the energy that we want to, portray. So the songs can direct what you're wearing. The choreography for the songs can direct. And let me tell you, woo, I can't tell you anything. You will see.
And I also wanted to add, Jael, for those who have not been to the Sisserou show before, we actually have costume changes. Like, yo, this is serious. Like we change because this is not like, you see what those stars do when they go on the concert. Okay, it's not at that level, but like we change costumes to match what we're doing, right? So you're not going to, when you sing those traditional folk songs, you're not going to do it in your like classy, opera style dress. You're going to have to do it in your, real warp style outfit. So really, I think the team is really putting a lot of work together to really tweak some of the things that we've had in the past and bring life to every section with a different type of costume and different type of accessories. So as usual, it's going to be a feast to the eyes and a feast to the ears. So yeah.
Ooh, we're excited. I want to look up. All you have to know the but you kind of just leave me. Or you kind of, we can't have Sisserou singers on. This is a pally. Or you don't do this song for me, man. Are you going to tell something for me?
Yeah.
Before you do, I just want to encourage folks, if anybody has any questions, now is a great time. If you're on the live, it's a great time for you to have any questions. I just want to give you guys an opportunity to plan what song you're going to do. But I just want to run through some of the comments that we were getting while we were waiting. So people like Melinda Seraphine said, congratulations to all of you for keeping this going. You are all doing a stellar job. Auntie Pearl, the founders, the entire Sisserou Singers family, we are proud of you and honored by your efforts and your acknowledgements. Once a Sisserou, always a Sisserou. Love alone. Also, Sandra is saying, good evening. I'm late, but I'm here. Coffee Nevison is saying, good evening to all of you. God bless up Rastafari. Kasim Birmingham is on saying, best response to the question, Mama Africa. I think it had to do with one of the questions that I asked Marie. Glenda is saying, good evening from California. Is this California? Yeah, I think it's California. CA is California or Canada. I'm not sure which one it is. Simone is saying that's right. I'm not sure what she's saying that's right for, but she's saying that's right. And also tagging a bunch of folks. Orally saying, way Samaj. She's yelling Samaj. Janae saying this choir continues to put in the work. year after year. So folks are really showing you guys some love. So if you guys have any questions, now is a great time to drop your questions. We're gonna get the choir to sing, do a little something for us, but you're gonna have to wait to hear the the complete package on the night of either the 12th, 13th, or 14th of July. And we're gonna give them a little opportunity now so they can do a little piece. I don't know. Clem, you joining with them or they're on their own? They're on their own, right?
Yeah, they're good. They're good. I'm
They're
a
good.
just like you tonight.
I love beauty, I love splendor, perfect grace and natural treasure. Oh, baby, she's got me way. Although God's in the movie, nobody says how we say. It's a sound just so fair. It's going to look like my bed. It's going to look like my I'm yesterday when you celebrate, don't be gently baby. Yeah, yeah. You are the day you become. Look at it, better than me before. Celebrate, I'm gonna be new before. You are the day you become. Dominic Viva, Dominic Viva, Dominic Viva, Dominic Viva. You've been hard times and trials of plenty, and by God's grace all us and them. Sepulcro desce a chamar, quando porque nunca se duvidou. E vai no posto tocar, e nada passa a suerte, se não for para entrar, o estado a chave, a nuvem de meação, a mulher, acontece mesmo, quando se livre, não me chega libere. Yeah. Yeah. You everything that made you before. You got anything that Dominic before. Celebrate, you got new before. You everything that Dominic before. Dominic Viva, Dominic Viva, Dominic Viva. Dominic Viva, I love you. 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 Dominic Viva. I love
yes, that was wonderful. That was wonderful. Let me tell you, I'm so glad I'm in Dominica because if I was not in Dominica, I would want to cry. This was like very emotional. You know, I was like, oh my God, yes, it's so good to be a Dominican. Thank you guys, all of you, for coming on. I know you guys did a little bit extra so you could come on the show. So I really appreciate you guys for taking the time out of your schedule and sticking around. I truly appreciate all of the work that you guys are doing. Big up to you, Mari. Big up to you, Shanika, on a job well done. And also, of course, big up to you, Clem, and the rest of the gang, the entire executive, everybody, Samaj, everybody, big up yourselves. And we're going to be looking forward. So before you guys get off, I would love to know where tickets are available, because you mentioned that you can get them from each of the participants, or each of the singers. But anywhere else you guys can find tickets, let us know. Go ahead.
Yes, so tickets are available at the cost of $50, 50 EC, and you can get your ticket at Bullseye Pharmacy. We are so grateful for Bullseye for continuously being a partner with us, at Valentine's Shoe Store in Roseau, and you can also get them in Portsmouth from the Portsmouth Catholic Church Hall. And you can also get them from different Sisserou members. So a lot of the Sisserou Singers members are part of different churches. So you can contact them. If you have a friend who is in Sisserou, you can contact them to keep tickets for you and to purchase your tickets from them. But sales point, when you go to Roseau, Bullseye, or Valentine's Shoe Stores.
I have a sneaking suspicion that they want to do something. Like they want to do one final something. Right? What do you got information like that for? What is going on? Why, God? It was nice having you. That was lovely. That was so lovely. Thank you guys for coming on. Thank you guys.
Jael, before you wrap up, look at the discipline even to say goodbye. They get information to say goodbye. That's it.
Stay so perfect, but we need you on strict manners, on the manners.
That is Pearl University. Pearl University. Pearl University, yes.
Oh my God, it was awesome. What a great way to have a final show for the season. Yes. I am so appreciative of you guys coming on and sharing with us. I'm looking forward to seeing your production. I know folks are as well. But thank you very much to you, Clem, and the rest of the gang for stopping by and really sharing with us, some of the things that the Sisserou Singers, the 6 Home Sisserou Singers are doing in Dominica, and they continue to do the legacy they have, and of course to encourage people to go out and show support. It is a non-profit organization, and come out in large numbers, fill up the halls, and be there at either of the venues, either in Roseau or in Portsmouth. You have options, right?
Yes.
To come out. I'll leave you to give the final words before we wrap up.
Thank you, guys. Thank you so much, Jael. It's always a pleasure to be here with you. It felt like just a good chill evening celebrating Dominica's culture. As a reminder, if you are just tuning in now, the tickets are available at Bullseye Pharmacy, Valentine's Shoe Stores, and from Sisserou members. And in Portsmouth, they are available at the Portsmouth Catholic Church Hall. Tickets are $50, and the show is on Friday. Friday from 8 p.m., Saturday from 8 p.m. at the Goodwill Primary Church Hall. And on Sunday at 7 p.m., why? Because it's Sunday, 7 p.m. at the Portsmouth Catholic Church Hall. We always start on time, so make sure you are there. We are looking forward to seeing you in large numbers. Fill up the halls and celebrate with us our 30 years of Quran music and culture.
Thank you, Clem. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Guys, this was wonderful. I want more. Don't you want more? I want more. This is our final show for the season. This is where I say goodbye for this season. We'll be back next season for the new look, new vibe, new place. You never know what's going to be happening next on the Jael Does It Live. New sponsors. Listen, guys, I want to encourage folks. If you want to sponsor the show, reach out to us right away and say you want to be part of this. If you want to sponsor the show, because we're accepting sponsors and we already have one on board. So I want to shout out Carrie Bay, who's going to be our sponsor in the next season. So big up to Carrie Bay. If I ain't drinking tequila, I drink in Carrie Bay. If I ain't drinking Carrie Bay, I drink the shandy. So for Carrie Bay to come on board, it is amazing. And if you would like to come on board, for the next season, reach out to myself. You can reach out to me. You can reach out to Samaj. You can reach out to any of us on the team, and we will be sure to provide you with the information that you need to be part of this. I love the fact that I can continue to do this for you guys from the comfort of my home and reach out to you. I can really empower you and showcase Dominican artists, Dominican talent. So be it for Run the Track and Talk, where we really focus on the entertainers, to exclusive interviews where we focus on entrepreneurs and these sort of people, people in business, to our infomercials where we get you in touch with all of the events that are happening around Dominica. I want to encourage you guys to be part of this. You can be part of this. Don't just come on there on my page. Follow, click with the follow, because I see who that follows and I go. When you like stuff, I want you to be part of this, and I want you to be able to not only be part of this, but share it with someone. I want to continue to be a source of encouragement for you all. I want to be a source of inspiration for you guys. I want to continue to go hard for my country, as you should, right? And I love that you guys can support me and continue to show me the love that you do, be it when I'm behind the screens, when I'm at an event, or passing on the streets, or eating my mango, or doing a review. I absolutely love all of you, and I want to say thank you very much for all of the support that you've given to me, the sponsors that have come on in the last season, and I plan to give you guys an even better season coming up at the end, towards the end of August. So thank you very much, guys, again. I'll be back. I mean, I'm gonna be coming back. I'll be doing my lives. You know, if you give me a reason to do a review, I'm gonna come on here and I'm gonna do a review. But Jael Joseph Live will be taking a pause for summer, and we'll be back in August, towards the end of August, right? So you might catch me doing a live, eating a mango, or eating a broth, or you might catch me flying somewhere, or you might catch me doing an event. You might catch me wherever, and always be so shock me, say Jael, even if it's the first time you're meeting me, right? I will always stop and say hi, as long as I can stop. If I pass on a chance when I can't stop, it might not work. As long as I can stop, I will stop and say hi to all of you. Thank you for the love and the support again. I truly, truly am grateful. I'm saying goodbye. I'm signing out for this season. This wraps up this season of Jael Joseph Live. Until next time, saying bye-bye.